turned 35 this year. And, it's weird because typically, birthdays will come and go, and it's never really been a thing. A lot of people dread birthdays, and that's never really been an issue for me. And I've always looked forward to it. And I've actually really enjoyed 35. I love 35. I love actually getting older. But this was the first time, I think, in my life that a birthday came and it hit, and it really hit me. And I don't know, since my birthday, and I've kind of really been in this contemplative, weird place of thinking like, man, I'm getting older. I'm 35, and I'm not old. I feel like I'm just getting started. And if anything else, it almost feels like I'm entering into this new place of my life, right? And I'm really thinking through, like, what is my next 35 years going to be like? And in one hand, it's exciting. In one hand, it's, this idea of the older I get, the younger I feel. And another way, I guess you would say, is I've really been to this place of like, what am I doing? What is my purpose? Like, what is that next phase? And back at the first of the year, I did this thought experiment, if you will. It was this 3-day kind of course, if you will, that had you sit back, and on the very first day, they had you write your eulogy. And what's fascinating about it is you don't take a long time to do it. You don't take 5 hours, you take 15 minutes. And the idea is you just need to act on intuition. Like, in 15 minutes, sit down and you ask yourself, what do you want people to say about you when you die? Right? Like, and it was a very interesting thing because it didn't take me no time to do. I bet out of 15 minutes, it took me 7 minutes. Boom, and I wrote the whole thing beginning to end. And as I stepped back and I was reading it. What's fascinating is it had nothing to do with money, had nothing to do with, where I was going to live or any of that. It really centered around this idea of impact. And I've kind of been on that thought process since then. It's this thing of the quote that I talk about periodically, where in essence the quote says that they won't remember the things you said, they won't remember the things you did, but they'll remember the way you made them feel. Like, I want to get to the end of my life, and I want my kids to be able to say he was a good dad. Like, he wasn't an okay dad. He was a great dad. With Lauren, I don't want Lauren to say, yeah, he was a good husband. I want her to be able to say he was one of the best men that I knew, and really be able to say that. Because think about it, I'm just like everybody else. I want to build things. I want to build wealth. I want to do all the things. But nobody. Have you ever been to a funeral and they're like, he started 7 businesses and he did this and he made this? No, nobody cares. When you're dead, nobody cares about how much money you made. What they care about is what impact did you leave on their life? Like, what legacy did you leave? And it's been weird. I talked to my therapist about it a lot. I think that has reshifted my focus in a lot of ways. It's reshifted my focus because I'm realizing, like, I want to do these things. I want to create a legacy for my family financially. More than that, I want to be there for them. And so, if you've never done it, I would really recommend doing it. Stop, like they had me do. Don't overthink it. Don't spend 2 hours on writing it. In 15 minutes, sit down and ask yourself, what do I want people to say about me when I die? And then from there, back up and say, is my life leading me in that direction? You know, I think it's important. I think it's important to stop ever so often and reevaluate your life. Is my career leading me where I want to be? Is my family and how much I'm investing in my family, is it leading me to where I want to be? Like all the things, or your spiritual life, like is it leading me where I want to be, right? Because life is short. Life is short. And it's beautiful if we make it. So anyway, I hope you leave a life of legacy, and you get to determine what that looks like. You get to determine what you want people to say and what impact you're going to leave. And that can be on a big scale, that can be on a little scale, but that's your scale. So I love you guys. Till next time, go make some magic happen.